Hey folks, it's Clay with ServPro. We're out in the field today. I am at a farmer's agency, Nick Bosco. We're going to be talking to Nick a little bit about his way that he talks to his customers, how he helps them really understand the insurance process and to maximize the value and the money that they have to invest in insurance. So we're going to go inside and find Nick and have a conversation. Why don't you join me?
Well, hey Clay, how are you, sir?
Nick, good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
I see a amazing resemblance here.
Yep, this is my distant cousin, Professor Burke here. So,
Okay. I'm guessing maybe you know a thing or two?
you know, that's as Professor Burke says. We like to say we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. So,
Okay. Well, you got a great fire going over here, so
Yeah.
we'll try not to burn down the office, but let's go over and have a conversation. Well, Nick, I appreciate you making some time for us today.
oh, my pleasure.
Now, you are not you're not exactly a newbie in the insurance industry, are you?
No, been doing it a little over 3 years now. So, kind of past the rookie mark now, and moving on to take the agency to a new level. So,
Okay. So, what brought you to insurance? I know you had when we were talking before we got on camera here, you were saying you used to be in engineering, but how do you build a bridge from engineering to insurance?
Interesting. As you get older, you kind of get to know your personality a little bit better. And I've just always known that I've been a people person and enjoy helping people. So even in my past careers, while it paid the bills, it wasn't as satisfying. So I really love what I do now because I get to help people every day.
Okay, that's cool. Now, are there engineering principles that transfer? Is there some cross discipline there?
There are. It actually works out great because the devil's in the details. As I tell most of my clients, the most expensive insurance is the wrong insurance. So there's so much jargon in the industry, and even very intelligent professional people are still in a lot of ways ignorant about insurance. What their coverage is. So I'm able to really do an analysis and make sure that they are properly covered. Which can save them a lot of money, not just on premium, but if they ever do have a claim, to make sure that they've got what they need.
Right. Well, I know. On our side of the business, we see that on a weekly basis, where
Sure.
somebody has something happen at their house,
Mhm.
and we get out there, and then they find out that this is on your nickel, not on the
Right.
insurance company's nickel.
Yep.
Because somebody didn't give them good coaching.
Yeah, and one of the most common ones, which we get feedback from the adjusters, because I'll go and talk to these adjusters and ask them, to make sure, hey, am I thinking through this correctly? If there's actually a claim, how's this going to play out? And one of the most common ones that a lot of agents will leave off is sewer and drain backup, which is not necessarily a standard coverage. So I always make sure I include that, for my clients' policies. If the sewer and drain backs up into your house, it's not flood, but it backs up into your house and it damages the floors, that may not be something that's necessarily covered on a standard policy, unless it's added, unless your agent is doing a good job of making sure you're
Right.
taken care of.
Yeah, and that happens more than you can possibly imagine.
Absolutely, yep.
We seem to be plagued with that around
Yeah.
here. As a matter of fact, that's a real problem. So, how do you advise folks? I think everybody, once they think about it a little bit, cheaper's not always the best, is it?
Absolutely not. Yeah, like you heard me say it before, the most expensive insurance is the wrong insurance, and really, just educating clients and taking them through that. I can't tell you how many clients, when I've sit down and done an evaluation, have said, no other agent has ever explained that to me before. And people aren't dumb, but if you just explain it to them in layman's terms and take them there to say, hey, I can do that for you, but I want you to understand what the risk is that you're taking on. Do you still want to do that? Most people will go, you know what, it's worth a couple extra dollars to have that. Everybody doesn't drive an economy car because
Right.
people understand value, but it's just there's so much jargon in insurance, and people don't like to think about it. So they just go, hey, just give me whatever. And unless you're you need a good agent who can explain that and make sure you're properly covered, just to take you there.
So, what does a good client look like for you? Where do you find that everybody's got their sweet spot?
Sure. So farmers is not all things to all people. I mean, we are more geared towards we call them the confident planners, people that appreciate value over just price. Probably the upper middle income, middle class client that's got maybe a $200,000-300,000 house, multiple cars, maybe a few toys, appreciates the value of an umbrella policy because of the litigiousness in our society now. With you can't turn a TV on anymore and not see a personal injury attorney that's advertising.
Right.
So those claims are real, and we track the data. Right now, the average auto and home judgment is over $500,000. And I see clients come in all day long and only have $300,000 in liability, and if they had a judgment against them, they'd be exposed. So a lot of times I'll layer on $1 million umbrella policy, which is ridiculously cheap, but people don't realize that.
Right. And then that covers you in all kinds of situations. Maybe if you're driving a car that's not yours.
It covers you for more than you think. I mean, if you're at fault, then yes, it's going to cover you whether you're driving your car, a rental car, or somebody else's. It even covers you for slander and libel. In our politically correct society, sometimes, if you say the wrong thing, someone could sue you on that. So.
Sorry, I'm rubbing my head because my filter's broken most of the time. So I'm always saying what I shouldn't say.
Well, can I get you quote you an umbrella policy?
Might have to talk about that. Hey, listen, Nick, so if people want to reach out to you, what's the best way for them to do that?
Best way to reach us, you can get us via phone, 423-243-3200, via our website. Just go to farmers.com, Nick Bosco Agency, or you can reach me via email, nbosco@farmersagent.com.
Okay. Well, I know that's not the big red button that people are used to seeing, but what do we got sitting here on the table?
Well, this is, everybody knows this, it's just the standard Professor Burke.
There you go, folks.